Hey guys, welcome back to the Thundervault, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Justice League of America, issue number 4. Now before we get too far into this, let's do a hero roll call so we know what heroes we're dealing with. First up is the Martian Manhunter, John Jones, who brings to the table a variety of superpowers second only to Superman. Being a former member of the Justice League as well, John Jones could quite possibly be the most dangerous member of the JLA. Next up is the Savage Hawkman. Now this intergalactic cop joined up with the JLA with the sole purpose of looking for escaped criminals from his homeworld, Thanagar. What he brings to the table is pure savage justice. Surprisingly, next up is Catwoman on the JLA's roster. What she brings to the table is an informant position to the criminal underworld, though her true motives for being on the team have yet to be revealed. Following up next is Vibe. Though young and inexperienced, his ability to vibrate sound waves into a destructive force makes him a prime candidate for the JLA. This brings us to our next young member of the JLA, Stargirl. Though used mostly as a publicity stunt as a face person for the JLA, that doesn't make her any less of a member of the team, as her Star Rod can bring down even small armies on her own. Though a rejected member of the Justice League, with his assortment of trick arrows and combat skills, he makes a great stealth member of the JLA. Another Emerald Warrior of the JLA is the Simon Baz Green Lantern. Though an ex-thief himself, he has devoted himself to proving the world that he is a hero and he's here to stay. Next up on the roster is Katana, the world's deadliest assassin next to Deathstroke himself. She uses her famous world-renowned Soul Taker sword. She only joined up with the team so that she can hopes to find leads on her husband's killer. Here we have Rhonda Pineda, aka the Atom. Though technically she's a member of the Justice League, she's an actual spy for the JLA. She's been secretly supplying information about the Justice League to the head of the JLA, and has been regarded as the most important member of the JLA. Speaking of the head of the JLA, we have Steve Trevor, the ex-liaison to the Justice League and the United States government, and Amanda Waller, the actual government official who hands out the actual orders. These two run the entire Justice League of America organization, giving out orders and heading out the actual field command themselves. Now that the introductions are over, let's get into the story. We pretty much pick up in issue 4 that the JLA are tracking Catwoman, who went undercover at Arkham, who after a fake jewel heist was captured and placed there. She then later escaped with the help of Dr. Ivo in hopes of being introduced to the secret society, which is the JLA's mission, to discover who they are and to take them down. To show to the world that the Justice League of America is what's needed, not the rogue workings of the Justice League who work outside the government. Unfortunately for Catwoman, her cover was blown. We don't know how, but Dr. Ivo did discover that she was an actual spy for the JLA, and instead of having any prisoners, he's got a take no prisoners attitude, and directly kills her, only after hearing the warning that Catwoman stated that if you kill me, Batman will come for you relentlessly. That didn't stop him. If anything, he said, "I'm looking forward to it," and shoots her point blank in the head. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Someone as big as Catwoman getting killed off in only issue 4 of the Justice League of America book? Didn't happen. Well, it did. Well, as far as we can tell at least. The artists and the writers made sure to illustrate all the different ways she was shot, as I'm about to show. This whole scene caught me off guard as I felt as the artist was trying to prove a point that Catwoman really got shot in the head. She's really dead. She's really laying in her own bodily fluids here on the floor. After this incredible plot twist, I'm hooked to the book. I can't wait to see what happens next. Is Batman going to get involved with the JLA? Is this going to bring the attention of the entire Justice League? And what is he going to do? Is he going to go for revenge? I mean, Batman just recently lost his son, Damian Wayne, aka Robin. So is this going to put him over the edge after losing a close lover like Catwoman? This has got the workings of an incredible story later down the line, with the killing of someone as big as Catwoman as a character. This book is going to lead us directly into the upcoming summer hit, the Trinity War, where we're going to have the Justice League of America, and even Justice League Dark go into a three-way battle over the fate of possibly the world or even the universe. Now, I'm not too crazy about this book's artwork. It's a little dark for my taste. A lot of the facial expressions are too dark, or too shaded in, and you can't really see the true emotion of a lot of the characters. Though the writing's pretty good, not the best. It's short, it's sweet, and to the point with this book, which is something I'm not too shocked from the works of Jeff Johns. Has really turned out some great stories. Books like Aquaman, he hasn't really gotten a foothold or found his voice for the Justice League of America. But again, we're only in issue 4, so it's still early, and with a huge plot point like the death of Catwoman, there's a lot of room to work here for Jeff Johns. The artist here is Brett Booth. Like I said, I wasn't too crazy about his penciling and inking here, as he's darkened in a lot of the faces and the features, and a lot of the scenes itself are just too dark to make any good details. As for the coloring, which is done by Norman Rapmund, I like it. It's okay. Again, it goes with the dark theme. It's a little bit different from the bright colors of the Justice League book, but I guess this is their way of differentiating the two books. With the story arc helping us connect the dots into the upcoming Trinity Wars and the unforeseen plot twist, I'm giving this book 3 out of 5 Thunderbolts. So that was issue 4 of Justice League of America. Even though it had, oh no, Catwoman died in this issue, and yes, this is an issue to pick up for collectors because this will be a rare book in the near future, it wasn't that big in story. It's just another piece of the puzzle to lead up to the bigger story for the summer event, the Trinity Wars. So I know it's only issue 4, and Jeff Johns has a lot more time to develop the story, and it's got me intrigued long enough to continue reading it. I definitely suggest picking this book up, but in terms of overall artwork, it was so-so. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Justice League of America number 4, and I hope to see you guys soon again. See ya.